Is sustainable fashion an oxymoron? Lately, we're seeing more and more content out there, articles, videos, documentaries warning us about the abuses of fast fashion. Terms such as sustainable fashion, ethical wear, and eco-friendly labels are becoming more and more present and more popular within the consumers. However, is it possible for the multi-billion industry that is fashion to ever become sustainable? The short answer, as with most things in life, is it's complicated. Let's see why. Hi, my name is Adela Alonso and I am a branding and strategy consultant focusing on creative businesses. Before going into consultancy, I actually worked for about 10 years in the fashion industry. I worked as a designer, as a buyer, I worked in visual merchandising, a little bit all over the production process, and I actually worked in multinational retailers. So I'm fully aware of the sustainability challenges that the fashion industry faces. However, most of the times that I see a video or read an article that is allegedly trying to inform us and show us what are we supposed to do, I become very frustrated. Now, don't get me wrong, there is several issues being caused and that needs to be addressed right now, because there's no doubt it's not sustainable how we have been operating or how we have come to operate. But I believe that taking one piece of information, the most shocking piece of information that you can find, and taking it out of context is not really helpful, and it's probably doing more harm than good. Every time somebody says, the problem with fast fashion, I'm already mentally rolling my eyes, because there is not one problem. There is a lot of issues. If someone is trying to simplify the issue and telling you that there is one main problem and they have the solution, I can almost guarantee they're trying to sell you something. There is no magic formula that it's going to overnight change the situation and make all things better. But there is plenty that can be done, both from the brands and the consumer side, to start changing things for the better right now. I repeat, from the brands and the consumer side. This part is very important, because the current situation, which we all agree it's no longer sustainable, has to change. All of these issues that we are seeing and that we are all agreeing that they need to be addressed, and they need to be addressed now, are coming principally from two sources. First, we have the way the fashion industry has come to operate in the last few decades. This means the way we design, the way we source the materials, the way we produce, the way we distribute, and the way we sell. In all of these different steps, there are negative consequences to the environment and to communities that need to be addressed and solved. These need to be addressed through things like organic materials, better production methods, fair trade, carbon neutral practices, etc. But even if we do this, even if we address the whole process and we have a fully sustainable production process, what we will get is guilt-free products, which is amazing, and we need to continue working towards that, but it is not enough. The other side of the coin, and a fundamental underlying cause of all of these problems, is actually the behavioral and psychological basis of the way we consume. It has become so easy for most of us to buy stuff that we don't think twice when we're doing it. We are not buying things just because we need them or we want them because they will have a positive effect in our life, but we're buying things to feel better about ourselves, we're buying things to express affection towards one another, or even just because we're bored. Only if we get rid of these habits and we learn to be fully mindful when consuming fashion products, we can make responsible consumerism a reality. This is why, to the question, can fashion ever be sustainable? The answer is, it's complicated. Because to be able to achieve a fashion culture which is really sustainable, we need to achieve both products that are fully guilt-free and a generalized responsible consumerism. And if we do achieve it, the fashion culture that will be resulting from it will be completely different to the one that we're used to. Throughout this new series, I'm going to try to help you visualize how this new era of fashion could look like. We will be doing so by firstly trying to understand the actual basis of these challenges that the fashion industry and the fashion culture is facing, as well as pointing out realistic, actionable initiatives that you can start taking today to kickstart that much needed change in paradigm. Whether you have a fashion label or work in the fashion industry, or you're just a consumer who wants to have a more positive effect in the environment, we're going to be pointing out things that you can do to start step by step changing things for the better. If this sounds like something you would like to know more about, make sure to subscribe and to turn on the notifications, because we will be releasing a new video every week. If you have any questions, or if there is anything in particular you would like us to talk about, tell me in the comments or reach out to me through any of our social media channels. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!